It's very nice Hr21 hybrid machine with an interesting fold, and I will show you now what it does do. So we're gonna be driving, so this is a drive fold, and if I'm set to speed 3, and look, I'm gonna go reverse, so see if you can see joystick and the rotation of the wheels. Yeah, so you can kind of see the movement of the machine. So I'm reversing slowly, and you see you have this nice proportional drive, so it's nice and smooth. And if I want to speed it up, it goes faster with the joystick displacement. Yeah, the speed is changing. To slow it down, I can bring it back and it stops. Now if I go forward, I do move the joystick very gently, and it just jumps. And if I hold it forward, it will drive and it will pick up speed, and this is pretty fast. And it does not have like a ramping up. With the diesel, if they have an engine running, is the same. It's just a bit more, or is more faster, and the jump is bigger, so it's less pleasant to drive with a hybrid mode than diesel engine running. And if I go into speed 1, I have very nice smooth controls on the reverse drive, but forward it's much better than speed 3, but again it's difficult to have that fine control. Sometimes it's okay, but sometimes it's just really struggling on the small adjustments. And speed 2 is not too bad at all. I think speed 2 is the best out of 3. We have smooth controls here, and forward is pretty good. So what I'm planning to do now is to understand whatever the problem here is, electronic or hydraulic, and swap the plugs on the drive valve. So inside there we have a drive valve, and we can swap drive forward and drive reverse coils. So then we're gonna move joystick forward, but the machine will be driving in reverse. And when we're gonna move reverse, the machine will go forward. And we want to see if the fault is gonna transfer. So we're gonna have the drive issue in reverse and not the forward. So let's do that, and then we're gonna go from there. Alright, so open up the top here, and you can see this is a drive valve. We have a drive solenoids, those ones, one here and one there. And if you look on the cable, it says DRB, drive back, and the next one DRF, drive forward. So I'm gonna remove the drive forward, remove the drive back, and swap them out. So drive forward goes in here, and drive back, hopefully it's gonna reach the other side. It does not. Need some cable management here to allow that to reach, I think, but that should be able to reach it. Nope. Okay, let's try then only drive forward in this case, because I could get it to reach, but it's quite difficult to pull the cable out now. So I think that's gonna be enough for us to test. We're gonna drive forward, and we'll see if they have the same fault for reverse. So drive forward plug is connected on the reverse coil. So if I'm gonna move joystick forward, it should drive reverse. There's just a lorry behind. I will wait for it to move away, and then we're gonna try to reverse, see what's gonna happen. Right, let's do it slowly, see if you're gonna get that jump again. So you can see the wheels and the joysticks. I'm gonna start moving now. Okay, so look, the movement is nice and smooth. So we're going forward with the joystick, machine drives back, but there is no problems with the controls. I still want to try connect that reverse output onto forward coil. So I came up with this idea now. So you know this most amazing, the current measurement cable that will allow us to extend the lead. So it helps me to connect where I need it to connect. So going here and this cable. All right, so what's gonna happen now? So we have a drive back output from the PLC is going to the meter, through the meter, back into the drive forward coil. So we're gonna be driving reverse and the machine is gonna go forward. So, and that's the way it connects. And I know I had quite a few questions how this cable connects, but the red one goes onto voltage, the black one on a common, and the yellow green in amps. So let's try to drive. We're gonna do one more time. So I'm gonna go forward. It should reverse, yeah, because leads a swap. So nice and smooth, no problems here. I'm gonna try to go reverse now, slowly, and that should drive forward. And let's see how is that gonna feel. Okay, yep. All right, so it's actually not electrical fault, because you saw the plugs over and it still jumps in a forward direction. So it's gonna be a hydraulic issue with the spool. So let me think what we're gonna do next. Alright, so connected plugs as it should be, drive forward on the right, drive reverse through the meter. So I want to do the current check then to see at what current we started to drive. Okay, so meter is here. So we know we're controlling the current for the drive, and I think it's just over 600 amps when it's gonna start, 600 milliamps when it's gonna start driving. So I'm gonna go for a drive, and I will move the joystick out of center for a tiny bit, and then measure the current and see when the movement is gonna start. Okay, and then we're gonna compare the current with the drive forward. So going in reverse. Oh, left my key switch into the base controls, right? Alright, better now. Let's try again. So gonna go reverse. Just moving the joystick slowly. We should jump into bias current. 500 milliamps, and it's moving slowly, yeah? And the maximum current reverse. Around 730. Okay, let me do forward. Lead for the current is connected onto forward coil, forward drive plug. So we're gonna drive forward and we're gonna check what sort of the current is. And we're expecting to have very similar current. Should be no much difference. So drive forward. Okay, so goes 500, but I mean the machine reacts completely different. Okay, so I don't think it's the current the problem. As you can see, the current is the same, so it's not like it's a jumping like to 2 amps or something, or it's just having a big jump. It's just still starts with a 500 milliamps and slowly increasing. So we need to see what we can do in terms of hydraulics. I think it's a hydraulic fault here. So I have suspicion the fault is actually with that the block here. That I don't know if you can see it, but with this block, I would like to swap it out and see if that's gonna change anything. But I'm suspecting the problem is there. or this top valve. So that's what is controlling the spool. So it's building the pressure in the spool, so it's struggling with the controls there. So I have replaced this bit here, so on this side, and it's not too bad job. It can be a bit messy. Need to try to be a bit quick, and when you remove this block, there is two O-rings here. So in my case, they stuck onto the block, or they stay onto the block, and I had to remove them. But I haven't tested that yet, so let's do it together, and hopefully that's gonna be a fix, or at least improvement. But once you remove that block, the oil is coming out from those two ports from the drive valve is pouring out, so you can see quite a bit of oil there. So you cannot take it off and leave it off. It's gonna drain your tank. I'm gonna try to drive in a slow mode first, because I don't know how it's going to behave, but I think it's the same thing. Is no difference. So maybe that's actually the problem with the drive spool. There is no change in the drive. So what I'm thinking to try now is to remove that bit again, and then across that section here we have a spool that's going inside that block. So I will pull the spool out through that side, and I'm gonna flip it over 180 degrees and refit it, and I will look for change for the fault to go into reverse. If that is gonna be the case, then we know there's going to be the problem with the spool. So I don't know what else to try, so I think that would be nice and easy test. Okay, so what I've done now, I removed replacement part, fit original back on, but at the same time I flipped the spool over. So let's say this was my spool, I pulled it out on one side and I fit it back this way, so it's sitting opposite way. So I think now we're gonna use the part of the spool that was responsible for driving reverse. Now is going to be driving forward, and that part of the spool which was responsible for driving forward will drive back. I haven't tested yet, so let's do it together. So we may gonna have now the fault transfers into reverse, so possibly forward may gonna drive good. Oh yes. Look at this. Right, so go speed free. Gonna do forward drive. Oh no, still the same. That's not good. For the moment I thought it would have a fix. Reverse is good, forward is not. Oh, what do we do then? So it's not a spool and it's not a block. Is it time to look at the hydraulic schematic? Possibly yes. Alright, I'll keep you updated, alright? So look, I'm just thinking now, because when we're driving forward, yeah, I do activate this side of the spool, so that means we're pushing spool to the left. So on the left hand side we have this assembly where there is a spring in here and the spool has to travel in. So I wonder if it's worth just changing this block on the opposite side. So maybe the problem is actually opposite side and not the driving side we're using for drive forward. So that's my plan now. I'm gonna swap this block on the left side. From the left hand side, let's do this together. Haven't yet. Slow speed. Let's try slowly. it feels alright, but you remember what happened last time? I thought it is good, but it wasn't. Alright, should we do it? Speed free? Alright. Hopefully that's gonna be fixed. Slowly forward. Nope. Not at all. It's not good. So what we missing? Hey, but wait, now I have the same problem in reverse. Look, if I go forward, it launches forward. But if I go reverse, it does the same thing. So did I introduce a new fault now with that block? Hey, so maybe I have the problem with my block. I'm fitting on. That's why it didn't make any difference on the forward drive. You know what? I'm gonna use the block from the left hand side. I'm gonna fit it on the right. Right, so now this is original block from the right hand side forward drive. So the block from the left hand side reverse drive is now fitted on the right hand side drive. Let's test. So slow drive forward. Oh, I can see a difference straight away. That's really smooth. Okay, I think that's what it is. All right, fast drive forward. Yep, you see? No problems. So you know what's happened here, I think. Now reverse is jumping. Okay, so I think what's happened, so we kind of assumed it is the right part that is faulty, but I replaced the faulty part with the same faulty part, and that creates some confusion then. So I think now I need to solve the reverse drive, replace my faulty part with a good part, and that should be end of the problems here. Alright, so removed my faulty block, removed the faulty from the forward drive, to fit a hopefully good block, and then let's try. I haven't tried that yet, so let's do it together. First, forward drive. In a slow speed. Very good. Nice and smooth. Reverse. Okay, I think it's gonna be fine. Fast speed forward. Let's see if we can do slow drive. So at the speed free now. Gentle drive, yeah, no problems. Reverse. Perfect. All right, so it was actually the block. It's just I fit the wrong one. Not the wrong one, but the faulty one. So I think it was a mix-up with my stock marking, and that's actually created more job than it should do. So it should really just replacing that block should solve the problem. But it's just added more confusion because it's being faulty block as well. I'm curious to see what's wrong with that block. I think there is something restricting the flow through orifice there or something. So I may gonna have to look into it when I have a bit of more time. But for now, I think it's gonna be fixed. I'm gonna tidy up a bit, test that drive a bit more, and then it's gonna go to wash up. And as always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I hope you learned something from my mistakes here, and hope you're gonna see you on the next one.